looked very stable. Pretty much from the inconsistencies come up in a road game, but
people carrying the load, scoring, making assists, unselfish play.
5. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. It's Lee and Bogut inside, and it's time on the assist by Iguodala.
maybe they're still working out the kinks defensively, because that was a blatant season. He showed a lot of patience, even letting more lucrative offers lapse as he held out for the slim chance that the Warriors could clear the space to sign him.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and a shot by Thompson. No one's around. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And you talk about Iguodala holding out for the Warriors. I mean, it shows just how much he wanted to be a part of this team. He felt they were one piece away, and he hoped he could be that player.
First team foul.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. That's good.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
And Iguodala playing 2 seasons ago in Denver, eliminated, ironically enough, by the Warriors in the playoffs. And Steve, he got a chance to really see the team firsthand.
Yeah, no doubt. The great fans, the coaching staff, the team camaraderie, it all made an impression. And I think he saw the fit, and he thought that he could help this team accomplish great things.
It's Curry outside. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. And it's 6 points for Steph Curry.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Now here's Jennings. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And how did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
Well, Greg Monroe, good size and skill at the power forward position. Loves to operate from the high post where he can make plays for others or attack off the dribble.
Curry against Jennings. And it falls over the rim and in. And that's now 8 points for Steph Curry.
Pretty impressive. 5 straight makes to start this game.
Monroe with a screen on Curry. Here's Caldwell Pope. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And Monroe is an elusive left-hander. He's great at driving and getting to the basket. Not really an elite athlete, but, well, I tell you, with this size and ball handling ability, he's more than capable.
Now here's Jennings, averaging 19 points per contest. Feeds it and misses it off the right side of the rim.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
And Monroe developing his mid-range jump shot, Steve, to complete his face-up arsenal.
Well, he's made strides. I mean, it's a little concerning to see his free throw percentage falling over the last 2 seasons, but, you know, that jump shot. Is key to keeping his driving lanes open.
Klay Thompson is the first player in NBA history to hit over 500 three-pointers in his first 3 seasons. A prolific shooter, able to come off screens with great balance, square up, and fire before the D can recover, and he makes guarded shots as well.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. And Steve, former coach Mark Jackson has gone on record calling the combination of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson the best shooting backcourt in NBA history. Would you agree?
Well, I would say yes, as long as you frame it in terms of modern-day three-point shooting and the volume of threes, because you can go back to the 70s and 80s and find, you know, guard combinations that were spectacular from mid-range but didn't shoot threes. But as far as three-point shooters, no question, these guys are the best I've ever seen.
Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Stan Van Gundy.
player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Here's Monroe. Following the score by Golden State. That's good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Now here's Iguodala. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And a quick review here, looking at some numbers for Lee. 15th in field goal percentage. And in terms of rebounding, he's in the top 20 in the league. So a guy who can really take care of the boards for you.
You know, talking again about his field goal percentage, Steve, I mean, that's really been a strong suit for him, an area of strength in his game. And he's basically been efficiently and reliably scoring.
And that one's good. Warriors leading by 9. Curry kicks to Thompson. Here's Azili. The second chance effort blocked. Here's Caldwell Pope. He had 10 points in the win against Milwaukee.
Yeah, he picked his spots in that game too, Kevin, because I thought he not only did a nice job scoring, but setting up his teammates as well.
Well, defense is a big part of these players' games as the top shot blockers among small forwards this season. Josh Smith on top.
You know, typically you have your centers or power forwards providing the defensive help down low, but so often we've seen him come flying out of nowhere to block a shot.
That's true. You know, time and time again, he surprises shooters at the last minute. You know, he's got a really good sense of timing as to when to leave his guy to get to the guy with the ball. Well, you know, it doesn't seem like they've missed many shots here.
Caldwell Pope. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. The Warriors leading. Thompson from long range. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 9.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Jennings. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Iguodala. Tries again. It's rebounded by Golden State. Lee's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Good. He's got 12.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Monroe sets a screen for Jennings. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out Detroit, 2.5 games back.
I think for the Pistons, they've certainly gotten off to a great start, and it wasn't expected from most. This was a team that had low expectations, but a really quick start here.
Yeah, pleasant surprise to start the season. They've gotten off on the right foot, and you know, we may have to revise our expectations for this club. They look pretty tough right now.
One of the problems for the Pistons last year was they seemed to collapse late in games. They just found a lot of opportunities that went awry due to poor performances in the fourth quarter.
And here's Jennings after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Jennings kicks to Smith. Kicks it out to Jennings. Back to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Monroe. Tries yet again. And the layup good by Smith. Smith's got his first 2 points.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
Now here's Curry. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. And another basket. Pistons trailed by 16.
It's a Detroit Pistons timeout.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And as you said, the defense unable to stop the barrage from outside.
Well, defensively, they need to do a better job of, one, pressuring the ball, disrupt their offensive rhythm, and then you've got to get to shooters, especially when they're shooting as well as these guys are.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Yarebko's checked in for Smith. Singler comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Then for the Warriors, Nick Young's checked in for Iguodala. Roten comes in for Thompson, and Curry subbed in for Curry. Now here is Augustine. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Milwaukee.
And he really kept his head down, was drawing contact, getting himself to the line, played an aggressive game. That was a big-time help for him and his team.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring zone for the Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement. Greg Monroe, 6'11", 250, the ability to play the 4 or the 5 spot, and his combination of size and skill makes him very coveted around the league.
Now here is Augustine, averaging 10 points per contest. Pass to Monroe. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one is on Brand. And Monroe, very left-hand dominant, much better scoring from that side of the floor.
Yeah, and while being a lefty does throw defenders off, I think developing his right hand is something that will help him even get better as he moves forward.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in, and they'll keep possession. Shots good from Young.
Steve, they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, it's impressive, too. Clark's already gotten them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Augustine with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To the wing on the left. Monroe dishes to Augustine. Drops in the tray.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Curry outside. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
Monroe outside. Back to Singler. The pass to Augustine. Shot is blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it.
Now, a moment now to see the story on DJ Augustine. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 6 assists and 2 rebounds. They've been able to count on him to run the show offensively, which he's done with his sensational passing.
Yeah, he's been setting them up with a lot of easy baskets, room service dimes. We call them, one great look after another coming off of his passes.
Now here is Augustine. And it's Spates with the rebound.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
And that one's good. Roten.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Here's Augustine. Looking to end the run. Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got 12 in the game.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
Young from outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
They've been outstanding here in the first quarter. Great spacing, excellent passing, and the three-point shooting has been unbelievable.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Augustine passes to Singler. Kicks it to Augustine. Singler outside. 9 feet out, and Detroit again with the bucket. 11 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Curry with it. 5 points in the game. Dishes it to Young. Fires from deep, and another 3 for Golden State.
And that's what's built them this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on them, Steve, and soon.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. The Warriors on top, running away with this one. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Coming up Wednesday, December 3rd, Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls go up against Al Jefferson and the Charlotte Hornets, live from Time Warner Cable Arena. It's the real deal.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. They established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Drummond. Jennings out there with DJ Augustin. Then there's Jerebko. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Now here is Bogut. Again, Golden State.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
Here's Butler. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. And Butler, here we go. And Bogut sends it back. Here's Jennings, but he gets it back. Here's Butler. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 4 assists now tonight. Warriors leading by 23. Well, the Warriors taking strides to enhance their player development. They bought a D-League team and moved it to nearby Santa Cruz.
And that team actually played in the D-League Finals in the championship game, lost to Fort Wayne. That's enabled their younger players, though, that D-League team, to practice with the NBA teammates, and that's got to be a positive.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, no doubting Andre Drummond, an emerging star at the center position. As new coach Stan Van Gundy put it, I think we have 2 responsibilities to Andre Drummond that will help our team. Number 1, do everything we possibly can to develop him as a player. And secondly, to put a system and personnel around him that will allow him to thrive. Kevin?
Doris, it sounds like he'll play a pivotal role. Thank you.
Yeah, Van Gundy perhaps envisioning him as Dwight Howard 2.0 in the middle. We'll see if, in fact, Drummond can live up to that.
Now the feed to Augustine. He dishes it to Butler. Clock at 6. Pass to Drummond. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
Well, last season for Butler, he knew he was going to be in a rebuilding situation with the Bucks, but when they bought him out at the end of February, he had a chance to join a real contender.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Smith checked in for Jerebko. Martin comes in for Caron Butler. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Augustine. Golden State also making some changes. Eldon Brand's checked in for Lee, and Curry subbed in for Curry.
And with Butler, as you said, team he came up with and joined the Thunder instead.
Now here is Smith, and the rejection by Brand. And he recovers it. It's Jennings with the drive. The shot no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
And Butler in his 13th season looking for a little more stability after bouncing from the Clippers to the Suns to the Milwaukee Bucks and to the Thunder last season.
Well, as long as he's hitting those threes, he's got something left to contribute. He was thrilled to get to Oklahoma City last year and make that deep playoff run.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Smith missing again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department.
Oh, get it!
Oh,
watch out now.
Oh.
Another bucket, adding to their lead. They've been the better team in every facet of the game.
And to turn in this kind of performance in an opponent's building, that's really impressive.
And Detroit has possession, following the score by Golden State. Now Drummond. He had 10 points in the win against Milwaukee.
And he really competed defensively, too, Kevin. 3 steals.
It's Jennings with the drive, and that one's good. Jennings has got 5 points now in the quarter. Warriors have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Now here's Curry. 18 points for him. Jacks up a three. Great D that time from Jennings.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Well, the D may have done just enough there, Clark, to bother him and throw that shot off.
Golden State's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. The drive by Bogut, and he dunks it down.
Up and in with force after the offensive rebound. I like that tenacity.
Yeah, he is so sturdy. He just battles for every rebound.
It's a Detroit Pistons timeout.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last timeout.
And I thought, guys, they were the beneficiary of what was some lackluster defense being played against them.
I agree with you. I mean, it was really shocking how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And the Warriors making a change here. Lee's checked in. Jennings kicks to Smith. Can't cash in from close range. The Warriors have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Thompson from long range. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. Jennings kicks to Caldwell Pope. Thompson with the block. Brand dishes to Iguodala. A floater, and that's going to be a treble.
Here we can see, Kevin, where the Warriors rank in the NBA right now. First in field goal percentage. First in opponent points per game. And they're number 2 in team three-point field goal percentage. They've got a lot of guys who love the three-point shot, and they do a good job of running plays to get those guys open.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that and they're on their game, they're tough to beat.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
No one. The shot he doesn't shoot very often. Brand's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Third 3 in a row right there.
Adjustment time for the defense, guys.
Jennings kicks to Drummond. It's back to Jennings. 6 to shoot. Floats one up, and that one's good. Caldwell Pope's got his first points of the game.
That's a nice play there. The more contributors this team can get, the better.
Now Lee inside. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Martin after the made shot from David Lee. Outside Martin. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Shoots from 14, and he gets the jumper to drop. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket tonight.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
The Warriors, one of the top defensive teams in the league the last couple of seasons, and the improvement coincided with a change in defensive strategy. They're sending pick and rolls down towards the sideline. They've got bigs. Andrew Bogut can really protect the rim. So they're doing what coaches call shrinking the floor, and it's been very effective for them.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
And a wide open look for Iguodala. And it's Golden State with another.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Jennings against Curry. It's Jennings with the drive. Great D that time for Brand.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Thompson with the bucket.
He is feeling a terrific percentage from the field.
And, well, Detroit shooting 40% from the field. Poked away. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry with a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. And that's 21 points for Steph Curry. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
Yeah, they can't keep the status quo at this point. They've got to make some changes.
Smith with a screen on Iguodala. Jennings passes to Caldwell Pope. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points here in this quarter. And here is Curry. 21 points in the game. Inside. Iguodala dishes to Brand. And another basket for Golden State.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Here's Caldwell Pope. 7 points in the game. Jennings drives in. Shot is off. Great D that time from Curry.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today. What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Here's Jennings. After the made shot from Klay Thompson. Drummond. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Pistons have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line.
Well, the season numbers for this club are really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
And, you know, you don't have to tell them what their free throw numbers are. I mean, they're well aware of it, believe me.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Greg Monroe. He's checked in for Smith. Butler comes in for Martin. Kyle Singler's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Brandon Jennings.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
And Augustine kicks to... Lets the 3 fly. And another 3 for Golden State.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Warriors on top.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Defensive end. We rebound the ball, keeping them off the glass.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Steph, Klay, and Dre on the perimeter. It's Lee and Bogut inside. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, KCP, drafted 8th overall last season by the Pistons. Steve drafting for need there.
Yeah, Caldwell-Pope coming out of Georgia. He's got that 3-point range. Really promising defender, too, at that 2-guard spot.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, this offseason, the Pistons bringing in Stan Van Gundy in a dual role as head coach and president of basketball operations. Stan said in a lot of places there's not a connection between the front office and coaching. This setup creates a very unified organization. There are no excuses now. It's on us to get it done. We'll see if they can, gentlemen.
Well, thanks, Doris. Van Gundy builds his roster, then coaches it. We've seen that model succeed with the Spurs and the Clippers. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Pistons have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7.
And KCP struggling somewhat with his shot in his first season. Mostly stayed on the perimeter. He didn't get inside that often to try to get himself going. Sometimes you can get your perimeter game going by going inside. So we'll have to see how his offensive game progresses as his second season goes on.
And here's Jennings after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Knocked loose. Now the Warriors moving it up. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Iguodala. Thompson's got 27. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
And for Caldwell Pope, a volume scorer at Georgia. He'd certainly shown the confidence to hit tough shots in the big moments in games. Sometimes rookies look to defer, but on a team in need of shot making, there seems a window for him to play a larger role.
And here are the Warriors now. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. He dialed that one up from long distance. That's 29 points for Steph Curry.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Jennings passes to Smith. Fade away. Again, the Pistons good for 2. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Thompson for 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
That's right. I think it's time for them to start closing down. You've got to run shooters off that three-point line.
Now here is Smith. He's got 7, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. So Smith will go to the line. They get Andre Iguodala, and the Pistons making a change here. Jerebko's checked in.
Well, Josh Smith, one of the league's most versatile defenders. He's very strong and athletic, and he can guard either 3s or 4s, which gives your defense a lot of options.
Here's Smith. 9 points in the game so far. Here is Jennings. Here's Caldwell Pope. Buries the long-range jumper. Caldwell Pope's got 10 points in the game.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Jennings kicks to Monroe. Fade away, and he gets it to go. 17 points in the game.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Just seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
Now here's Jennings, averaging 19 points per contest. The dish to Smith. Caldwell Pope passes to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Misses in close. Warriors have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. Lee gets the bucket.
What a great start to the second half. They still haven't missed a field goal.
Detroit's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Outside Jennings. He feeds it to Monroe. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Thompson outside. Back to Iguodala. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Bogut. Thompson's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
It's back to Jennings. Passes to Monroe. 6 on the shot clock.
Really an extraordinary game for Monroe. He has 17 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
Yeah, he's defending very well, Clark. He's disrupting the offense. He's playing the passing lanes, trying to put as much pressure on as possible.
So for the Pistons, Butler, he's checked in for Smith. Martin comes in for Caldwell Pope, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Then for the Warriors, Brand comes in for David Lee, and Curry subbed in for Andre Iguodala.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Golden State's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Detroit's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land, 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Shots good by Butler.
A wide open three. Need much better communication defensively.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, Steve and Kevin, you guys got to love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's a thing of beauty to watch.
Yeah, sure is. And when all 5 guys, Clark, are threats to score, that makes it so tough on the defense because now you can't account for everybody when the ball's moving so quickly.
And here's Augustine after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Martin dishes to Augustine. Here's Monroe, rebounded by Brand. Brand's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
You know, it's a little strange to think of Detroit as being a team that runs, but they actually were better when they did run last year. They made good on a lot of opportunities in transition.
Curry against Augustine. Feeds it to Monroe. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. As you said, guys, you think of basketball in the Motor City, you think of a very deliberate game, and Steve, tough D.
It had been the identity of basketball in this city for a long time, Kevin, but last year the Pistons were a top 5 team in fast break scoring. So, you know, when they run, they're at their best. So the city might be entering a new era in terms of the style of play.
And Detroit has possession after the Warriors pick up 3. Augustine. And Singler kicks to Jerebko. Pass to Monroe. To stop the run. That doesn't go either from Monroe. Smooth sailing for Golden State. And there's the pass to Davis. Here's Curry with the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
That's 12 straight points coming off 3-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks. You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Puts up the baby hook. Davis kicks to Curry. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Curry's got 9 points in the quarter.
Now, the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
And so it's Golden State with it. Thompson for the triple, and he gets it to go. Thompson's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Warriors.
You got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from 3-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
Now, here is Monroe. 19 points in the game. That's good.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the 3-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Curry kicks to Thompson. And another 3 for Golden State.
This is unbelievable. What a shooting exhibition we're seeing out there today.
Detroit's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Butler passes to Singler. It's rebounded by Golden State. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Thompson, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
And there's Roten, and that's good on the assist by Thompson.
Yes.
Thompson's got assist number 7 for him tonight. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Augustine with it. He has 7. Detroit, no good that time either.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
They've done a pretty nice job of taking care of the ball here tonight, but they've got to continue to do so to maintain this lead.
Butler from outside. Here's Drummond, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Drummond's got 9.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out, that's the result you get right there. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Augustine from outside, and no good trying to get that one. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, opening up a huge gap. It's the...
Tune in this Tuesday night, December 2nd. Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics take on Paul Millsap and the Atlanta Hawks. Be there.
So it's the Warriors now. Find him out there with Martin. Then there's Luigi Daytona. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Mitchell in at the 4. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Detroit's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Kicks it to Daytona. Soft touch off the glass.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
They've got to get their defense in gear. Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Martin kicks to Bynum. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Will Bynum, a nice athletic backup point guard. Can heat up offensively. Doesn't mind shooting with a hand in his face. And he's starting to show confidence from long range, too.
And you talk about Bynum's three-point shooting last season, a career high at over 32% beyond the arc.
You know, that was a shot that he lacked early in his career, Kevin, but as an undersized point guard, even one with his leaping ability and strength, you need to be able to knock down that triple.
Pistons shooting around 41% on the night. Here's Martin. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Well, at this point, early in the season, still so much optimism for the season ahead. We all have our predictions, but there are always going to be some surprises out there, some surprise teams. And that's why we say all the time, that's why they tee it up and play the games.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Bynum dishes to Mitchell. From the baseline. That one off the back iron and out. And early on, while teams are still gelling, still knocking the rust off, Steve, it creates kind of a parody, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this is often where you'll see some upsets. You know, the talent you have on paper is one thing, but you got to produce on the court. I mean, teams really just getting put to their first tests.
Let's go, A-Train.
Now Bynum. Dishes to Mitchell. Can't get it to go. Davis with some nice D. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Roten the pass to Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. Good.
Jordan Clarkson.
Here's Bynum. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And the rejection by Azili. Roten kicks to Davis. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Deflects the pass. And here's Young from the arc. Rebound, Detroit. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them.
Well, and you know the Laker fans are hoping for a win in that game.
And he gets it to go.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Three-pointer. Again, Young missing.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Here's Roten. And again, no good by Golden State.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Here's Datome. Banked in off the glass.
2 points.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
A good job of spotting his teammate near the basket and zipping the pass right in there.
Now here's Bynum. The feed to Drummond. And Ezeli with the block. Now here is Davis. He's covered closely, and he gets it to go. Clarkson's got 4 this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight. Now, he's their top rebounder. He's doing an excellent job on the glass today.
Boy, I tell you what, I love the effort he's shown on the boards today, Steve. It's been fantastic.
You can just see his confidence rising every time he knocks one down beyond the arc.
Detroit's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Bynum kicks to Martin. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Golden State. Davis has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Young from outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
They're 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
It should be easy to correct, though, if you start making the right rotations defensively.
And Drummond kicks to Bynum. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, dealing with travel, one of the challenges you face as an NBA player. It's amazing just how much easier it's gotten, Clark. I know you and I both played in an era early on where there was commercial travel. Now everybody charters and flies out immediately after a game. You've got leg room, you've got catered meals, so you get more sleep, you get more rest. I think it's had a huge impact on the way NBA teams do business and just the quality of play in general.
The Pistons shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. He dishes it to Martin, lets it go from deep. The rebound by Ezeli. And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 20-6 run. Shots good from Young.
I'll tell you what, they are dialed in from three-point land here in the fourth quarter.
You called that one right, causing some serious harm from long range.
And a wide open look for Bynum. Detroit, no good that time either.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And here's Young from the arc. Another 3 for Golden State.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. I mean, just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Datome. Offensive rebound. Mitchell kicks to Martin. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Smooth sailing for Golden State. Young outside. There's the double team with Martin. Ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. A different look here for Detroit. Drummond's checked in for Mitchell, and Kyle Singler subbed in for Luigi Datome. Clock at 6. Here's Roten. And another three for Golden State.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second three of the half.
Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And here is Bynum. Launches it. Bynum missing again.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
You know, it's such a treat to watch the game for a living. It doesn't stand still. It keeps evolving. And as we see the leadership changing hands, a new commissioner, new owners, I think that process will continue. And hopefully they'll strike that balance between preserving the tradition of the game while also continuing to attract new fans. And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth. You talk about the new team owners. More than 30%, Clark, of the league's teams have changed hands. I didn't know this since 2010.
I did not either, but again, as franchises grow in value, the owners are getting much more involved. And again, understanding the appreciation potential of this kind of asset. It's a bigger chunk of their portfolio now. It used to be owners were guys that kind of came through the basketball business somewhat and didn't look at it as something that could be a viable asset. But now it's a big business play.
That's one he knows he should have made. And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Warriors.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
A little bit closer to the win now, and they'll be halfway to a sweep of the season series once they wrap this one up.
That's right. It's just a two-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game two that they had tonight.
The Pistons shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tired. Martin with the screen for Bynum. Pass to Singler. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Steve, they are in complete control.
Well, everything they're doing, Kevin, has been working out. I mean, the game plan was solid, and they are executing out there. Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
Now Young. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Drummond with the rebound. Now Detroit moving it up. And Tony Roten gets the whistle there. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. 14 foul.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Drummond with a screen on Davis. Singler. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Yeah, no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by.